Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and our journey through my Hawaiian record collection, one record at a time, vinyl records. We are on the letter A. We are presently covering one of my absolute favorite musicians in the entire collection. Steel guitarist and vocalist and band leader, but I mainly love him for steel guitar playing, Aloma. We covered some of his records and we'll finish up today looking at the rest of them. I should say, I don't believe I said last time, his birth name is actually Aloma, A-L-A-M-A, but he came into the music business on the mainland at a time when there were some popular South Seas films going around, one of them being Bird of Paradise, another being Aloma of the South Seas, and I think in Bird of Paradise there's a character called Aloma. Anyway, so the name Aloma associated with the Polynesia was kind of flowing around out on the mainland, and I guess people were calling him Hal Aloma even though his name was Alama, and he just changed it, like whatever, you know, go with it. So anyway, Hal Aloma, and he actually died in 1980. Had a very long, although he wasn't recording at that time at all. I think the latest stuff I have from him is probably in the, I don't know, maybe this late 60s maybe, I don't know. Anyway, let's pick up where we left off. This is an album called Hawaiian, and I have them kind of, I think, in chronological order. Hawaiian Dreams, Hal Aloma. This is on Dot Record, as most of his, all of his later work was. I particularly like this album because you'll see a little bit later on, I'm going to talk about where else you can hear Hal Aloma not under his name, because he is in a lot of other recordings. And on a lot of those other recordings, he recorded particular songs that he records, and they were earlier. Most of those recordings were earlier than this, I think, that he did under other names. And this recording, he actually goes back and records quite a few songs that he recorded under pseudonyms or with other groups on his own. So it's kind of nice because they're familiar. If you know those other songs, like, oh yeah, it's actually him under his own name doing that song. So it's kind of nice. And a lot of these songs, most of these songs, are actually very old Hawaiian songs. Me, but he gives them different names, or whatever, exaggerated names, like Fragrant Flower is Makalapua, we know it as. Lazy Waters, we know it as Wailana. Waipio Waterfall is just Waipio. Anyway, nice album, very nice album. And it's all instrumental, I should say, because some of his albums are a mix of vocals and instrumentals. He's not a bad singer or anything, but it's his steel playing I love, so I really love when it's an instrumental album. And this one is all instrumental. And then we have one that's the opposite, a little unusual, in that he actually goes completely vocal. Hal Aloma sings island songs. Every song is a vocal. But he's still playing the steel guitar in all of them, so they're still fabulous. Also on Dot Records.
I'm a happy Hawaiian cowboy with my head and my heart in a whirl. I'm a happy Hawaiian cowboy who's in love with a wonderful girl. Is she pretty? You said it, and how, boy? Gonna head back to Haleakala.
Now we come up to another all-instrumental one, yay, On Paradise Isle. This was when Dot was going, you know, Dot Records, maybe you're familiar because they did a lot of easy listening stuff during this time period. All of their records had like no artwork on them. Like Lawrence Welk Records or whoever, Steve Allen, whatever records they were doing. No artwork, just like they were all like this. Kind of weird. Like, why? I guess it was cheaper. another instrumental one, Hawaiian Serenade. There's a song, it's a nice album, a song I particularly love on here, Honolulu Lullaby. I'll probably be playing it in the background here. And I just love it because it's a like total rip-off of that song that was quite popular, Theme from a Summer Place. It's like totally a rip-off of that. Not records, I mean really these are all the same. Okay, and then now finally here, this is Song of the Islands, which is a compilation on Pickwick Records, which did like second issues or reissues and putting different releases together. So there are some, these are from several different albums, but just one instrumental, except for one song, instrumental collection from Aloma. So okay, that's it specifically from Aloma, but we're going to take a few minutes because I want to let you know, if you've been listening to his music and you like it like I do, I love his steel guitar playing so much. And if you've been listening on Hawaiian Leisure Hour, my other channel that's just music, I already have some things from Aloma you can check out that have been loaded up previously, and now I'm loading up more songs from these albums that I'm showing you in this video and the previous video to get more of a sample of his style. I love his music so much. He also, you should know if you start looking for albums by him, did a large number of albums without not under his name. I don't know whether he had like contractual agreements so he couldn't use his name, or he just was member of other groups and just wasn't credited or whatever. I don't know, but he and both Sam Makia, who were steel guitarists at the same time, who often performed together and had completely different styles. Aloma, very aggressive, very attacking. Sam Makia, very emotional, very sweet sounding. Performed a lot together, actually. So some albums they're together with no credit, but they're very recognizable. Here's one of, and I'm just going to go, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these records because they come up under their own letters, but I do want to show them to you. If you're looking for Aloma, you can find him on some of these records. Johnny Poi and His Surfboarders, Aloha Hawaii on Pickwick Records. Killer record. It's Sam Makia. Hawaii Calling on Grand Prix. This has also been issued on several budget labels with the same cover. It's half Johnny Pineapple and half Aloma. This one, Holiday in Hawaii on Master Seal's record. It says Makamiya and his Moana Islanders. It's Sam Makia and Aloma together. Later on in their career, they actually, it's weird because they performed so much, I don't know what happened, but they started sounding alike, and you couldn't really tell them apart. So even what I'm showing you is not everything. I know there are some other albums up in this collection that's one or the other of them, but I can't tell. It's later on in the career, and I can't tell which one is which. But what I'm showing you, I can identify. Waikiki Wanderers Orchestra. It's a 10-inch record. It's Aloma. Okay, Aloma. Budget label Plymouth. I love this record. Love the artwork. An hour of Hawaiian melodies. It's not. It's half an hour. The Plymouth Hawaiian Orchestra. It's Aloma. Also, these two are exactly the same record, except on this one, they took the songs from this and literally looped them. So they're double. It's like they just looped it twice together. So instead of a 2-minute song, it's a 4-minute song. It's very weird, but I love it. These two are the same record, the Diamond Head Beach Combers, Hawaii, or music inspired by the movie Diamond Head. Great cover. Not too shabby of a cover either. This is Sam Makia and Aloma together, instrumental. Very nice album, very nice. Hawaii Calls on Grand Award, Harry Ho'omele and his Island Orchestra. This is Aloma. I think it's Sam Makia with them too, but it's definitely Aloma, and he's singing and playing steel. A Latin from Manhattan in Hawaii, Ernie Warren and his orchestra. This is both Aloma and Sam Makia with some other artists, big band. Great album. You need to get this. Great album. There's some, they're kind of budget labels, but they're very old ones. Songs of the South Seas, Ray Kinney, and a couple songs by Ray Kinney, and the rest are by some anonymous group, not anonymous, but the Royal Garden Islanders. Who the hell is that? It's Aloma and Sam Makia, that's who it is. Beautiful Echoes from the South Seas, featuring Ray Kinney and also the Royal Garden Islanders. You know who that is. Another album called Sounds of the South Seas, but different. Great cover. These have great covers, right? Totally great covers. This one is Ray Kinney, the Hawaiian Islanders, and other popular orchestras who are the Plantation Players, actually. And the Plantation Players and the Hawaiian Islanders are Sam Makia and Aloma. Go figure. And then this one, Hawaiian Hits by Kamuela and his South Sea Islanders on King Records. Guess who? It's Sam Makia and Aloma. Now, don't be fooled. There's another record that has exactly the same cover by King Records that's called Blue Hawaii. It's also by Kamuela and his South Sea Islanders. It's not the same record. It's Ray Raffles and somebody else. But this one, Hawaiian Hits by Kamuela. Gotta say Hawaiian Hits. Sam Makia and Aloma. Okay. And as I said, there are some other ones that feature one of them as a steel guitarist, but I'm not sure. It's later on in the career, and I can't exactly tell which one it is, so I didn't mention that. Anyway, that's Aloma. I love him so much, and it'd be great if I would turn anybody on to his music that didn't know about it before, because I just think he's absolutely one of my favorites. I love Aloma. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.